Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Email me, even if you're just inquiring about the price. I am T. Mosso at thewatchbox.com. There's a lot of history behind this watch. The original 2008 Vacheron Constantin Historiques American was a recreation of two watches, one made in 1919, one made in 1921, and it was revived as the 1921 American in 2008 in a 40mm case size. But fast forward to 2017, we get a 36.5mm case, which is what you see right here, and in 2021 we get this exact model, 36.5mm in diameter in white gold. So it's 36.5 in diameter by 7.5mm thick, lug tip to lug tip, wonderfully compact, 42.6mm across the wrist with an 18mm spacing between the lugs. Now, this is a watch for men and for women. I have to emphasize, it doesn't wear as petite as the size would suggest because all non-round watches wear a little bit larger than their rated size. This does look like a 39 or a 40, and mark my words, I've worn the 40, it wears more like a 41 or a 42. If you want classical dress watch elegance, especially since they're mechanically identical, the 36.5 really is the way to go. You can see these lugs come nowhere near the edge of my wrist. The over-the-top shot proves that. It's confirmed by the down-the-barrel shot, and then the cuff shot, 7.5mm thick. This will slide underneath any kind of a cuff. Taking a quick look at the strap, it's got sort of a vignette fade. It's a bonded strap, so it uses adhesive to connect the calfskin on the bottom to the calfskin on the top, which creates a seamless look that makes it both thinner and finer. You can see that gradient from the center out, a burgundy and a fade from sort of a light burgundy to a deep red wine silt at the edge. No crimping, no gouging. You can see this is a beautiful Vacheron factory strap, custom made by Solarization in Milan, and it's paired with a matching white gold Maltese cross pin buckle. Beautiful. Gray gold. A lot of folks ask me when I feature a white gold watch, is this gray gold or conventional white gold? This is gray gold. The 18-karat white gold that never needs to be plated and has no rhodium coating. So if it's scratched, it's the same color all the way through. We have the Maltese cross on the off-centered crown. We have a lovely set of welded-on lugs made laboriously and slowly the old-fashioned way. Lugs and case made separately, slotted together, welded together with hand finishing to create that sharp break between them and remove the physical evidence of the weld. As you could see, the watch includes a seamless monoblock case. The bezel and the case are all one piece. Everything loads through the back. There is a separate case back, but it is a monoblock case, bezel and case on the top. Taking a quick look at the dial, it's got a lovely grained finish, so like a sandpaper texture, and we have a sunken small seconds at 3 o'clock with a concentric pattern internally. There's a railroad track or chemin de fer for the seconds hand as well as the minutes outboard. Modified breguet. You can see the hands have been blackened for contrast against the dial base. We have a lovely pre-Art Deco font. This is really Art Nouveau. And of course, the Exposition des Arts Décoratifs came out in 1925, and Art Deco really flowed from that precedent. So this is very much a pre-Art Deco look. We have a white gold Maltese cross, and the hands themselves, though blackened, are also of rich white gold. Turning it all over, we still have the same movement in the 40mm version. Vacheron manufacturer caliber 4400. You can see this is a Geneva seal watch and movement both, as since roughly mid-2012, the standard has applied to the quality of the entire watch, not just the caliber of the caliber, so to speak. Now, taking a look at the movement, you can see it nicely fills this case back even a little bit better than it does the 40mm. All this is 30 meters water resistant. It has one large barrel that provides a manual wind 65 hours of power reserve. This is a 4 hertz or 28,800 vibration per hour movement. It does not feature a hacking seconds function, but it does feature 5-position adjustment, which is the high horology and chronometer standard, and I love to see that on a fine watch. All of this pivots on 21 jewels. Kari Voutilainen is on the record speaking very favorably about this movement, both architecture and finish. Some of the architectural elements I love are the traditional center wheel architecture, where instead of having an off-centered great wheel, we have the barrel, center wheel, third wheel, fourth wheel, escape wheel, and the balance itself with the escapement below. Taking a quick look, there are some elements that are truly beautiful, including the locating pegs that place the balance cock on the base plate. You can see how they've been black polished on their tops. See how the stripes, the Côte de Genève, have a gradient of color from dark to light across their surface? That means they're real abrasive wheel stripes, not the cheap stamped kind. Also, elements not always featured even on fine watches. There's a partridge eye micro beveling inside every screw and jewel sink. See how they're beveled internally? That's what's going on there. You can also see here 1, 2, 3 interior angles where bevels meet here. A lot of watches, even those with Geneva hallmark, do not include those sharp inward cleft creases where bevels meet. The fact that we've got 3 of them on this movement, despite its simplicity, highly recommends it. Now, we've also got black polished screw heads. I say black because they turn black from every angle except their one reflective angle. They are mirror polished. So too is the regulator assembly and the stud holder on the balance. And you could see that we've got engine turning on the base plate, that is perlage. We have satination on the wheels. We have a spectacular solarization on the mainspring barrel below the wheels. And if you take a good look, you can see that the anglage here is beautifully executed in true mirrored fashion. I have movement reviews coming very soon on this channel, so we'll get even closer here. But you can see that there are no obvious milling marks there. Well, they were probably started mechanically. They were undoubtedly finished manually, and I put a very high premium on that attention to detail. You can also see attention to detail here. Check out the crown wheel. See the crown wheel core, the part with the 3 screws? Note how the solarization emanates off-center from the screw closest to the center of the movement. That's a little element that could easily be missed, but something that really becomes a movement of this caliber from a Holy Trinity dress watch specialist like Vacheron. So reach out to me, Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.